Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we're gonna check new kit from Eduard. As you can see, this is a 72nd scale dual combo limited edition kit, and as usual you can find detailed review article link in the video description below, so just click it and you will be able to read full review article with text in English and Russian and detailed photos. As you can see, this particular limited edition, it copies previous 48 scale release with Spitfire Mk.XVI. So there are two versions of the famous aircraft and it's a dual combo, it's limited edition, but it's provided in 72nd scale. As you can see, box is not that big. We have the same box art on the front as on the bigger version. Here we have all 8 marking options which were available in the previous release, and then here we have short list of the features. So it's dual combo, there are footage, painting mask for 2 complete models, bubble top and high back canopy variants, and cartograph printed decals for 8 colorful marking options. This is a top opening box, so just give me a second to open it, and here is what we have inside. I need a second to get those plastic sprues outside. So first we can check the smaller ones, which are dedicated to small parts. I think they might be familiar to those who read review of the previous Profi packs and also Royal class from Eduard. Nevertheless, let's take a closer look at them. So the first one here, it's dedicated to different parts. As you can see, they are quite small because it's 72nd scale. Here we have some cockpit elements, here as well, landing gear parts, exhausts, also cockpit hatch, and note here one-piece fuel tanks which were not provided in a bigger browser, let's say. Here we have landing gear doors, again some cockpit parts, and one-piece pilot seat which should be added with those sides, and also the frame, back frame. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one is more concerned with external parts because we have here one-piece propeller, then we have propeller hub, landing gear wheels, then some small elements for the cockpit. Here you can see cockpit walls, and here you can see landing gear wheel wells parts. Mounting quality is really nice, but I can see a bit of flash on some small parts. I can even zoom camera so that you can see them, but it's not that serious because it's easy to tackle them and parts are not warped or damaged somehow, so no worries. Next we have 2 transparent sprues which are packed into the same Ziploc bag. Just give me a second to open them. And here's what we have inside. So, circular frame, which is typical for Eduard, and here we have nicely molded parts for 2 canopy options, and it will be up to you which one you use. Of course, you are able to build model with open canopy, so no worries. It's just a 2-piece assembly and you're ready to go. Next we have another set of the similar plastic frames which we reviewed in the beginning, so we won't check them. Then we have larger plastic frames. So as I said before, this kit makes it possible to copy 2 versions, high back and bubble top. Here we have parts for high back aircraft. Just give me a second to open it. Open the plastic bag. I will show you first these 2 small plastic frames which carry wing edges, and tail wings, also ailerons, and again tail wings. All those parts are molded as one-piece elements, so you won't have to glue any separate halves. Then we have large plastic frame which is dedicated to wing parts and fuselages. Fuselage house. Here you can see fuselage parts, here you can see wing parts. As you can see, parts division is quite typical. We have separate rudder, tail segment is molded together with fuselage. Also we have here recessed panel lines which look quite nice in such small scale. I will zoom in for you so that you can check them closer. Here they are. Riveting is also present here, and I can say that fitment is really nice. I will publish the build review article, or maybe it will be online when this article will be published. So I recommend you to check it so that you know how this model assembles together. Here you can see that inside there is almost no detailing because cockpit will be assembled as a separate sub-assembly, let's say. And again, there are no position pins because cockpit will serve as a positioning element. The only position pins we have in the tail segment here. But again, I can confirm that fitment is really amazing, and if you don't do something wrong, you get a really excellent result. Then we have fuselage halves for bubble top canopy. Just give me a second. So here they are. As you can see, they're slightly different, while wings are approximately similar as far as you can see. Yes, more or less they're identical to what we saw before. By the way, this kit has this nice feature of the top cowling part, which should be assembled out of two halves. So I would rather recommend to buy a separate brassine upgrade, which is one piece, and it will help you assemble model faster. Here you can see detailing on the wing, so recessed panel lines, riveting, it's all present here, even in such small scale. Again, inside everything is similar to what we saw in the previous version. And of course, together with this frame, we have these two small frames which are dedicated to the same parts which we saw before. Next we have assembly manual. This one is printed in form of this nice brochure. We have this short history note. Then there is a parts map. The assembly process starts with wing, then it goes to the bubble top cockpit or high back cockpit, and of course masks application guide. Here we have marking guide for all 8 marking options, and of course stencil and position guide. Even though this is a 70-second scale kit, there are stencils included in form of decals. Next we have 2 PE threads. Note that each PE thread is designed specifically for the given aircraft. So here we have bubble top and here we have high back. I will zoom in a bit so that you can see them. Let's remove them out of the bag so that you can see them. Actually, here we have parts not only for the cockpit detailing but also for some external elements. For example, you can see meshes for air intakes. And here is another one. So this one is high back and this one is bubble top. These are typical Eduard products, so you don't have to worry about possible quality problems or any other issues. Then we have masks. This is also typical Eduard bonus for limited editions and profi packs, and decals sheet. Just give me a second to open it. There are no resin add-ons in this kit, so don't expect anything extra. Nevertheless, we have these nice decals. I just have to remove them somehow. So here we have stencils, which are printed in Eduard. It's quite small decal sheet. And then we have bigger decals sheet, which is dedicated to all symbols for 8 marking options. This one is printed in cartograph, so you can guess that quality should be really nice. Here we have also decals for the dashboards if you don't want to use PE parts, even though that would be quite a strange decision. So that's all for this video review. As you can see, we have another nice dual combo limited edition kit from Eduard. And I will be happy to hear your opinion in the comment section below, so just write it and we'll discuss it together. If you want to help us, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!